Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you? Are you good? Excellent. It's so lovely to see all these beautiful women at these tables. Wow. And I'm the only deaf woman amongst you, so I'm very, very pleased that you have welcomed me here today. I'm so privileged and honored to be here. When I was at school, I said to my teacher, I really want to be a lawyer. I really want to be a lawyer. And my teacher said to me, oh, really? You want to be a lawyer? Wow, that's very interesting. I'm sorry, that's impossible because you're deaf. How are you going to go to university? You're deaf. And I said, I can do it. Because I saw, in America, there was an actress who was a lawyer. And I just felt like, well, why can't I do that as well? And then my teacher told me, well, you can just give up that dream because you're never going to become that. And so I said to her, but I feel like I can do all these things. And then it was like my dream had been crushed. I'm a very passionate person. And sometimes at schools, let me ask you, you obviously go to hearing schools. The teacher will say, are you ready to go to university now or college when you finished your matric? And there are lots of discussions that take place. I hope you had that discussion with your teacher. Or your parents, your parents are always advising you and saying, what do you want to become? What are your dreams? What are your hopes and aspirations, etc.? You've had those discussions, right? Deaf people don't have those discussions. We just have to accept, well, that's your life. That's why eDeaf became so important to us. And the E stands for employ and empower. eDeaf was established in 2007. We realized that when deaf learners finish school, they don't always have their matric. There are only 10 schools that offer matric in South Africa for deaf people. Maybe they would have their grade 7 or 8 when they leave school. And their English skills are very weak. We've got deaf staff at the Pavilion, Morningside, etc. that work in wholesale and retail. Shoprite Checkers Group have committed to employ 1,000 deaf people over a decade. And they communicate through, emailing, etc., and we can provide that service to them. Then we offer AET, learnerships, which is adult education and training. Their foundational knowledge of the English language is obviously very weak, and so we provide training specifically how to communicate with your manager or supervisor in a written form. Then we offer IT training courses. Deaf people love to work on the computers. We do sign language training as well for external companies. It's a 5-day introduction to sign language. In the deaf world, they go into offices or places of work. They don't have a lot of self-confidence or self-esteem. They don't know about personal finances or budgeting or anything like that. That's why we do life coaching and deaf-specific training for them so that they can make those internal adjustments before they are placed in a company. We've only got 10 hearing staff in our company and the rest are all deaf. We also empower our facilitators, that's very important, and our staff. I'm 44 years old now. I think when I was 38 or 39, my husband and I, we've both been married this year for 19 years. Said we really want to adopt. And 5 times we have failed. They say, how are you going to communicate with your baby? We can't give you a baby. How are you going to communicate with them? And they wrote me this long letter, and I've explained to them about my background, and I'm a professional businesswoman, and I've given them photos of my family and submitted all these documentations. We just ended up giving up 2 years ago. We just thought, we've had enough of the stress. My husband's family all have children, and so I feel like I've sort of take responsibility over them as well, because I really do love children. That has been the biggest barrier for me. That has really been the passion and the longing of my heart. That's the very sensitive issue for me. And being excluded on the basis of my deafness has been hard. But thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me and your time. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them. Lovely to see so many hands, thank you.